Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have a review or a short review of, this is the House of Mancera. House of Mancera doesn't need introduction. They are both House of Mancera and House of Montal, very famous for making amazing fragrances. They are one of the more affordable niche fragrances out there, and I almost have at least around 20 of their fragrances in my collection, 10 each roughly, and top notch. You know, they do things properly. The ingredients, the performance, the presentation, everything, especially for the price you pay, is very good. So this one in particular called this one is Vetiver Sensuel de Parfum. It came out 2020 and is aimed unisex, and to my nose is absolutely bang in the middle. Is very basically summer in a bottle. Let's summarize it at that. It's very summery. It's very beautiful, fresh, citrus, floral, and also vetiver based fragrance. Although the vetiver is not the biggest player here, but you can smell it, you can detect it, you can, almost the whole duration of fragrance. But before I do this review, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, you know what to do. Hit those buttons. Your finger can do wonders. Just a click. You don't have to do anything. You don't. It's not it's taxing on you. It doesn't cost you anything. But this way, you help me, encourage me, you motivate me to make videos like this in future. Your help will take this channel a long way, and it keeps me going and keeps me afloat for much longer, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, and let's go. So presentation is very good. Same as every other Mancera bottle. The cap is golden and also is magnetic, which is quite nice. Heavy bottle, 120 ml. In this one retails for £135 if you buy it directly from Mancera, but you can find it discounted from time to time if you are patient and do your research. You can find it around £70 to £80 for 120 ml, which is quite a good price for what, the juice itself. So let me redo the ingredients and then we take it from there. So on Fragrantica I got 4.2 free. That is very high for fragrance in Fragrantica out of 5. And that's because people like the smell, and I absolutely adore the smell. Beautiful. So let's read the ingredients. What the hell is that? Yeah, okay. So on top we have lime, lemon, bergamot, orange, and pepper. Goodness me, yes. When you smell it, and especially when it opens up in the beginning, is super citrusy. So this is super citrus, domination of the citrus at least for an hour, if not 2. Very citrusy, very inviting, very refreshing, very zesty, very uplifting, very fizzy, like champagne like fizziness to it because of the pepper and all these lime, lemon, bergamot, and orange together making it beautiful. It's just beautiful. If you like this kind of fragrances, you enjoy it so much. So in the mid we have orchid, mint, and patchouli. Mint is a big player here, at least one of the biggest player. Orchid, I don't get that much. I get some white floral feel to it. I suppose that supposedly come from orchid, but I smell something like orange blossom, and to some extent something like it's very aromatic. So at least there is a lavender in here. Yeah, I can smell something aromatic. So it could be lavender, it could be violet, but which is not mentioned in here. I definitely get orange blossom. I definitely get some other white florals, maybe a little bit of tuberose in here as well. Yeah, definitely white florals. Orchid, I'm not sure. Patchouli, yes, just a little bit of that patchouli in the base, just giving it an interesting facet, and also it makes it strong to last long. In the base we have Vetiver. Yes, this is called Vetiver Sensuel, and the Vetiver from the beginning to the end is there, but it's not huge. It's not the biggest player to dominate everything and destroy everything else. No, is actually is in balance with everything else. Woody notes: musk, oak moss, and amber. Don't get that much amber, but I get definitely oak mossy feel to it, which is quite earthy green, and also a little bit of wateriness to it. I definitely smell something watery in here. Musk is giving that clean feel throughout. Overall, this is quite a clean fragrance. There's nothing dirty in here, there's nothing out of place, there's nothing challenging. It's very safe, but quite on the mature side. I would say this is definitely 25 and up to in the safe side, because definitely on the classic, on the gentleman and womanly classic, somebody who's been around fragrances for a long time, this is that kind of fragrance. Overall, it's beautiful. I definitely get huge citrus in the beginning. So the citrus are massive in the beginning, almost total domination, plus a little bit of that green vetiver in here. The vetiver here is very green. There are many kind of vetiver in the world, in the different parts of the world. In here, they're utilizing a very green, grassy, clean, very almost like a watery vetiver. So the vetiver here is very clean, is very grassy, is very green, is very watery, and it's nothing there to be challenging or anything like that. Yeah, very safe vetiver, I would say. So overall, this is done to perfection. In terms of smell, I'll give it 10 out of 10. But there's a but in here, and the but is this is one of the less performing Mancera out there, and I think they did it on purpose. The reason is because the composition in here is, as it says, sensual. They wanted to make it a little bit on the sensitive side, a little bit on the softer side, a little bit on the shall we say something like sensuality side. Okay, and that's why it's not big, it's not huge, it's not a beast mode by any means. Other Manceras I have, they're all massive beast mode almost, and this one on my skin, it goes around 6 to 8 hours in terms of longevity. In terms of projection, it's quite subdued and it's quite closer to the skin. It doesn't shout out, but if you put it on the skin, you need to go quite heavy on the trigger, maybe up to 10. Yes, I know this is Mancera, but trust me, this one is very subdued, is very subtle, is very in moderation. This is not a typical Mancera which is give you a punch and is huge and massive. No, this is very, as I said, gentlemanly, gentle, ladylike. It's very sophisticated. It's very, as it says, sensuality in here. So that's why they made it in a way that it doesn't shout out too much. But in terms of projection, I would get an arm length of projection for an hour or so, and after that it will subside quite quickly. So if people come too close to your space, they will smell it definitely, and also when you move around, people smell you. This is very good for confined spaces because it's very subtle. It's very sophisticated, subtle. It's very on the higher class fragrances, and also this is good for gym, this is good for work, this is good for casual, this is good for you know, confined spaces, small spaces, because as I said, it doesn't have that shout out typical Mancera or Montal in that case. This is one of the exceptions to the rules in terms of the performance and the longevity, and also the projection of House of Mancera, and I think they did it on purpose. They didn't want to make it too punchy, too big, too huge, and then that sensuality, that classiness, that the balance of between the fragrance notes and the accords here, it would have been a bit out of place. So for that, for the smell, I give it 10 out of 10. For the performance, because it's less performing than other Manceras, although compare everything else in the market, is quite good. 6 to 8 hours, not bad, and also 1 hour of good projection, not bad. But because it's from House of Mancera, people expect big things and they don't get it, and that's why some people get disappointed. For me, I understand why they did it like this. The smell itself, 10 out of 10, no doubt. This is beautiful for total summer. This is summer in a bottle. This is heat in a bottle. This is very, very good for heat because it's quite subdued and subtle. When you put it on yourself, it doesn't choke people out. It doesn't choke you out. It's just basically, it's like there all the time, and it's just saying hello from time to time, and it's subtle and it's very, very nicely done. Overall, I highly recommend it, but don't forget the performance is not as big or as bold or as massive as other Manceras. But for me, I don't mind that because I know this is the application for it is for to be subtle. Yeah, it's not application for this is not to be big and bold. So this is very, very good for summer. This is very good for heat. This is very good for going maybe to the beach, to the outside in the summer. And when your your body heat will warm this one on, beautiful the smell comes out. Overall, 2 thumbs up. I absolutely love it and I enjoyed it to bits. And what else? In terms of occasion, this is very casual. This is, you can dress it up, dress it down. You can make it formal, informal, evening, day, whatever you want. So it's very versatile in that term. But for me, this is mainly about using it in work, gym, confined spaces, summer heat, and the application is the best for these things. What else? Yeah, in terms of the price, as I said, this is £130 for a retail, but you can find it from time to time discounted, maybe around 70 to 80 quid, which is for that price is very, very good, because the other Vetivers in the market, which are this quality, they are much higher prices. The quality of this fragrance is amazing. The smell, this quality, the blend, the perfumery, everything is top notch, especially for the summer heat and especially for mature people. Okay, all right guys, so that was the Mancera Vetiver Sensuel. If you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. Don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, you motivate me to make videos like this in future. Your help will take this channel a long way, and I appreciate that very much. If you want to buy one of my own fragrances, they are out of this world. They are super beast mode, ultra beast mode. They are massive, massive fragrances, unapologetically bold and artistic and unusual and very intriguing. And you need to live in that kingdom in order to purchase them. They are 100% natural and very good value for money as well. Thank you very much. I'll leave them in the links as well. See you later. Bye, bye, bye.